Hey everyone, I don't know if you're aware, but the cell phone carriers have just implemented a few new policies around TCPA regulation and making phone calls. We have seen a lot of people that this has impacted, sadly, to a negative extent where they're not able to connect with their customers. We also have customers that are just killing it. They have been able to really ramp up their sales team and have been performing at a level we've never seen in the past. I want to show and share some of those tips with you today. So, why are phone calls still working? Why are people even making phone calls? If you look at the data, it shows emails, more people are receiving emails than ever before in history. I mean, you go into your inbox and it's just loads of new emails, people you don't even know. So from a volume standpoint, the number of emails everyone's receiving compared to the ones that they're actually opening, it's not a good number. And so from a business standpoint, what are you trying to do? You want to get in front of your customer, you want to get in front of your clients. Well, emails are kind of old news. The second thing is texting. Texting was a really hot topic 2 years ago. The last 3-4 years, it was the best way to make new connections and have great conversations. But with the implementation of A2P registration, that has really pumped the brakes on doing texting and having those conversations from that standpoint. So if you're not emailing and texting, those conversations are limited. What's the number one way to get in front of your customers? It's still phone calls. The number of calls someone receives versus their answer rate, it is still the number one way to get in front of your customers and get in front of these leads. You pick up the phone, make the call, and your business can grow. So we did an awesome study where we've been working with our really successful customers, and we wanted to know, hey, what are you doing that everyone's not doing? And as we've put this research together, we found 3 key reasons that set that group apart from everyone else. The first thing is spam protection. Now, what do I mean by spam protection? There's a lot of information out there about, yeah, you can go register your number for free and, the carriers recognize that, which is true. You can do that. There are some free resources. We'll include some of that information later, which is great. But let me show you what WAVV can do for you. We take your phone number, every single phone number that you have. We then register it with the carrier, which others have been able to do, but we go even further than that. We register the number, we then monitor the phone number. And by monitoring, we are looking at all of the carriers and how they are judging the health of that phone number. Have you made too many phone calls? Are people reporting issues on that phone number? Is it just unhealthy traffic? Are you not on the phone long enough? Are people not answering? All of that comes into account, and we monitor that and give your phone number a health score. We give it, a green check mark if it's still healthy and good and the carriers like that number. And then we even go a step further, and that is on the remediation side. For whatever reason, if your phone number, after it's gone through registration, is marked as a spammy number, if it gets this flag added to it, we instantly are notified by the carriers that this number has been flagged. We then start the remediation process and we clean that phone number up. We work with the carrier, say, on all the things that you're doing, the way that you're being compliant, and we make that sure it can be a clean and healthy phone number. The third part of this is actually on the remediation. And what I mean by that is if for whatever reason your number is flagged as a spam number, we work with the carriers to get that flag removed. And that usually only takes us a few days. And so you can continue to make your phone calls and we get that number cleaned up really, really quickly. That's important because your phone number matters. You could have that on billboards or print or wherever it might be on your business cards. You need that number to stay clean and healthy. And so we take care of all of that. We register, we then monitor it, and then we remediate. Those 3 steps are essential for you to be able to have successful outreach to your leads and to your customers. Okay, the third and last part we really discovered as we're working with our customers is having a killer call script. And what I mean by that is there's an art and science to having conversations with people on the phone. We've done everything we can from a data perspective to make sure you are connected, it's not showing up as spam, and they recognize the phone number, they feel comfortable with answering the phone. Once you've broken through those few barriers and the person picks up the phone, those first 5 seconds are so crucial. You need to be very engaging, and you got to think from the call recipient's mindset. What are they thinking? And here's what's going on in their head is, first of all, does this person even know me? You know, why are they calling me? Who are they? Do I know them? What is this relationship? Why are they calling? So that's number one. The second part to that is, can I trust this person? Are they trustworthy? Do I feel comfortable talking to them? Am I willing to share like my concerns or my fears? Those first two parts are really, really critical. Again, in the first 5 seconds, this is so important. We talk about people's first perception when you meet someone in like an interview. I'm sure you guys know the stats on that. On the phone, it's the same thing. And what's crazy about it is it's even more critical because you can't give a visual cue. You have hand gestures, none of that. All that goes away. You've got to be really good with your voice and follow the script and make sure you're engaging with them, that they have the desire to open up and have this conversation with you. An important way for you to build that level of trust and confidence is by asking the call recipient a personalized question. And this can be really simple. Instead of saying something like, "Hey, is this John?" Turn that more into a statement, like you're talking to your friend. You know who's on the other end. And so instead of, "Hey, is this John?" turn it into a statement and say, "Hey, John, really excited to meet with you today." And just go into it with confidence, not overbearing, but confidence, like you know who this person is. Usually when they feel that confidence from you about, yeah, they know me, they start thinking, okay, they know me, but how do they know me? Why, like, how did they get my information? Like, how do I know this person? And so they'll follow up something to the lines of like, "Hey, I'm doing good, but how did you get my information?" And that's a really important question. They want to build that trust. And so now you have opportunity for a second question or a second statement with them. And I'm just going to give you an example of how my team does it here at WAVV as we're making calls. So we've got them on the line. We are very confident that we know who we're speaking with. And I ask this question and I say, "Hey, this is Spencer with WAVV." And then I'm going to follow up with basically what we call a dream outcome. You know, what are they really looking for? What is the point of my call? What am I trying to help them achieve in either their personal life or in their business? So as an example with WAVV, with insurance, okay, we work with a lot of insurance companies. I'll say, "Hey, this is Spencer with WAVV. We've helped our insurance clients triple their revenue in a matter of 3 months," right? And so I'm catching them that, okay, he knows what he's talking about. He has some expertise there. I'm interested. I want to learn more about this. Now, as you've made that comment, you have their attention. They're like, "Oh, those are the results I'm looking for. That's what my business needs. That's what I need personally." Once you've done that, you have their attention and they're kind of on the hook of like, okay, I need to know more. And so you have this brief moment of time to then reach out to them and really hook on a question. Okay, where are you at? Where are your sales at? Are you experiencing these kind of results already? You're not? Oh, let me show you more. Let me tell you more. You got to now engage them. And the best way of doing that is by asking them a question. So you've hit them with two really good statements and confidence and trust, but then you follow it up with a question. You got to be genuine in that question of, "Hey, where are you at in your business? What are you guys seeing? What are you struggling with?" And so as you're building that confidence, they'll start opening up with you. All right, you guys, there you have it. Those are the 3 biggest things that we found by working with our high-performing customers: spam protection, local presence, and a killer 5-second intro script that is really going to engage your leads and your customers to want to learn and work with you. Usually after that, we get into, they're going to have some objections, right? Like people are still human and have some concerns. That's going to be in a later video. We'll get to that at some point here in the future, but I really want to help you guys understand there is so much opportunity out there right now for you guys to take advantage of. We are here to help you. You have the resources at your hands. Please go out there, get to work, crush your goals. WAVV is behind you 100%. Let's do this.